What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I forgot to mention a big thank you to everybody that came by in the live stream yesterday. We had a really good time, and we had a lot of laughs. So if you guys haven't seen that, and you want to break it from the monotony of these videos that I do, see a different side of me, I implore you guys to go over there and take a look. And we told some good stories and had some good laughs. But I want to end it there because I seen something that, man, it bothers me. And I mean, I did this story. This is an update on the story I did about the Klein ISD teacher out here in Houston. Her name is Kedria Grigsby, and her bum ass, bitch ass Roger McGee, her son, pimp. This woman was luring children to run away from home when they would have arguments with their parents and force them into prostitution and sex trafficking. Now, this story right here, what I'm going to show you is an eyewitness account of one of the people that was mentioned in the story before, the 17-year-old girl who's not named. Her and her mother sit up here and talk about how these people got this girl in the whole world of trouble that she was in. And you'll see the heartbreak and you'll see the hurt from a victim standpoint. And it shows a little bit and it says a little bit about how easy it is for a lot of these young ladies or just young people, period, to get influenced by corrupt, ignorant adults. Both of these people need the death penalty. They should be dead right now. Shouldn't be breathing. And I'm going to show you this, and I want you to pay close attention, because if this can happen to them, it can happen to anybody else, especially a young person that thinks they know everything. There are dangers out here that can really destroy you. Just because you get a little independence don't mean you get the sum total of all knowledge. Sometimes you need to listen to those that you can't stand at that time in your age. Take a look at this crap and we'll come back. This is sickening. Slavery at its finest. I ain't feeling it.
I was taking drugs, I was smoking weed, I was drinking to get my mind off of it. You know, I just didn't feel like myself anymore.
Only on Fox here tonight. An inside look at a prostitution scheme police say was run by a former Klein ISD teacher and her son, Roger McGee.
Fox 26's Sherman DeSalle has an exclusive interview with a young woman who says she was a victim in the 2022 case that led to this arrest. He joins us live from the Harris County Jail. Sherman.
It's a really sad story, Caroline and Anthony. The girl and her mother said that this was a really traumatic time in their lives. They were crying as they told this to me. They decided to speak to us after seeing Kedria Grigsby was arrested earlier this week. They say that Grigsby would often interact with the girls during their time working as sex workers for McGee. We want to warn you, some of the details in this case, pretty disturbing.
When he picked me up from the front of my apartment, he was running everything down to me, and it was basically like I had no way out.
A 17-year-old woman that we're referring to as Jane Doe tells Fox 26 about the time she spent working as a prostitute for Roger McGee. The man was arrested in November 2022 for solicitation of prostitution and trafficking, one day after Jane Doe was found in Hotel Royale off FM 1960. Jane says she met McGee through a mutual friend and told her McGee would take care of her and give her money.
She left out the part of that I had to sell my body.
Jane says she started out walking along the Bissonnette track.
I was just seeing all these women half naked, all these strange guys yelling, basically barking at me.
A week later, her pictures were placed on websites online. She said she and two other young girls would each have sex with at least 10 different men each night in various hotels. Jane and her mother were arguing at the time of her disappearance. October 7th, 2022 was the last time her mom heard from her. She got into Jane's Instagram messages and reached out to a man she had never seen before.
I said, hey, have you seen my kid? I've been looking for her. He responded back and said, Roger McGee responded back and said, I don't know this.
But in November, her daughter contacted her from a private number, threatening to end her life. Her mom, along with the police, found Jane in the hotel in horrible shape from being abused and drugged. Jane says McGee's mother, Kedra Grigsby, the former Klein ISD teacher who was arrested for the same charges this week, would interact with her often.
I kept telling them people, I said, go arrest the mama. Because my baby told me that she was the one getting them hotel rooms. And I said, well, no, mommy, she a church-going lady. She's so nice. When I met her, she was nice. I said, no, I have a son, too. Ain't nowhere in the world I'm going to keep getting rooms for underage girls for my son.
Wow. Well, there's so much more that we can't fit into a newscast. We're going to have an extended version of this interview on Fox Local later on tonight. Kedra Grigsby and her son both await their days in court. Also want to remind everybody that for the second time this week, Klein ISD said that the claims made in a Wednesday press conference were false. They did everything they could to get Grigsby out of the campus, out of the way of Klein ISD students after they found out that she was allegedly accused of all the allegations that we heard about just now. Reporting from Harris County Jail, Sherman DeSalle, Fox 26 News.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that goes to show you the cruelty of human beings toward one another. There's no bounds when it comes to money. A lot of people, now money is a necessity, but a lot of people will sacrifice your children or their children just to make some ends. Now, I'm going to tell you something. This story's bad all the way around, and I said what I was going to say about it, but these new details shows exactly how young kids can get caught up when they are in a desperate situation or other people that are wolves in sheep's clothing come along and see said desperation. This woman right here knows what life is about. This lady, right? Kedra Grigsby, teacher, got a husband, 3 children. One of them is a pimp. You see, Roger McGee, and she funding the fuel for him to make extra currency for her while recruiting people that came to her for help. She know the parents of some of these kids. Think about that. They talk good. Oh, she's in the church and all this stuff. This woman got 3 children. Ain't sell none of their asses, but she'll sacrifice the ass of your own kid, your kids. Think about that. And basically, you turn the 17-year-old girl, a 16-year-old girl, and a 15-year-old girl over to your monster son. Why? Because you got a negative, perverted mentality of a male like he does. Think about that. You a teacher in the education and all this other stuff and got a bum-ass pimp son in the street that you turning over young minds to be corrupted to him. Something that came from your womb and your raising. Unacceptable. These motherfuckers need the death penalty right now. It's slavery. It is. Get the kids in the car. Hey, we'll give you money. We'll give you a place to stay. And then that Hotel Royale thing, that's right up the street from me, about 2 miles. So they not even in this area. They in this area going over there pimping and then taking them all the way across town to Bissonnette to go on the whole stroll. There are videos on YouTube about these women out here walking half naked. They put teenage girls out there without no repercussions and thinking about nothing of it, about their lives, about how to affect them, about how drugs and everything can mess up their lives. Didn't think nothing of that. Didn't think about parents. I'm loving and missing these people. Lady got to go out there and do her own investigation only to find a baby high off drugs and fucked up in a hotel in bad shape. I know that crumbled that woman. Did y'all hear her crying? Did you hear her crying? How would you give up? I wouldn't give up. If I was a woman, I wouldn't give up young girls to a man. Sickening. Did you see the guy's face, how uncomfortable he was? The news reporter, he's sitting there watching these people cry, devastated. Look, put yourself in the shoes of that mom. Did you hear in her voice, it's nothing she can do to fix this? And this all came from one irresponsible woman that was set in school to help shape and build the minds, young minds for tomorrow. And she threw them in the fire. Now she locked up. Her son was doing what he was doing, pimping. She helped him. Now he locked up. No matter who was pimping or who was recruiting, they both look the same. They need their heads cut off right now. They need candy beat out of them like pinatas. I'd hang them up by their fucking one ankle and beat the shit out of them with baseball bats. This is bullshit. This is what you need to march on, BLM and all these other organizations. This is what we need to march on. This is the real fight right here. It is us corrupting us or taking advantage of us. What role the white man play in this? Come on now, some of y'all come with these negative comments in my page. What role, this exact thing right here, what role did the white man play in this? Somebody said in one of my emails, man, I like your channel, man, but you be saying some fucked up shit about black people. I'm black. I seen it. I want to fix it. We can't talk about it and we can't talk around it and not talk about it. But how are we going to fix this shit? This is a teacher, y'all. A teacher. And this ain't the first time this happened, but out here, this is the first time I'm hearing from it, so I'm talking on it. This is a teacher. A woman knows how dangerous the world is towards women. Looking at this piece of shit dude, you can already tell he don't give a fuck about nothing. And he out there in that street life, something she should have been trying to raise him to avoid. And now you're going to turn over somebody else's kids to this monster and the hell he's in that don't deserve it. They came to you for help and you came right up under the guise, the typical devil shit. Money, a place to stay, a better life. And you get them hooked on drugs and fucking ran through by 10 adult men. 15-year-old girl, 16-year-old girl, 17-year-old girl. I'm a grown up and I know when I'm looking at a child, when it comes to sexual appetite, there are men out here that don't care and you don't matter. You young people, you don't matter. Not everybody out here that's smiling in your face got their life straight and you can't trust them. Anybody that comes up to you and tells you to sell your ass as part of a deal to give you a better life, it ain't no better deal. Had these kids up in there getting ran through by grown-ass men, perverts, while she slept in her bed and went to school like nothing happened. She didn't lose sleep over the lives being at risk of those that she influenced. She know her son ain't shit, but you turn him right over. Long as he came and gave you some kickback. I don't want to know what's going on. I just... Mom called him. Hey, you see my daughter? I don't know this bitch. Now he pimping. I don't know this bitch. Flags go up. I could only imagine the panic and lost sleep that this woman, the mother, went through, as well as the daughter, with the torturous treatment of people that she trusted. How many times that this girl and the other two girls said to themselves when they had a man on top of them, and I don't mean to be graphic, we're going to get real, I want to go home. Simultaneously as that was happening, this woman was sleeping in her bed, cuddled up with her husband and thinking about her next day of how she was going to go out there and smile in a bunch of kids' face at the school and live her life while destroying somebody else's. That's why they need the death penalty. We need to start looking at these crimes, not for what they are, for what they are, but in addition to what they are and how they affect people, just the callousness and coldness of what it takes to do this crime. And if it can be fixed or not. You can't fix this. You can't fix this. So get her the fuck out of here. And her son. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Region channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's Saturday. We go for the Saturday sit down at King Delight's channel. It'll be at 7:30 tonight, and we'll be talking about this very topic. I'm sick of this bullshit, and I know a lot of y'all are too. A lot of y'all have went through something similar to this. On his channel, a lot of people come on and give accounts of their stories and things that they went through or they seen people went through. This right here is more than just sacrificing your body. It's sacrificing the mind of young people, and I ain't feeling it. And this is what people need that really say they care about the black community and black folks and stuff like that need to be coming at people like this, because that's a big part of the problem. This is the fuel that continues that fire of hate we have for each other and just us not trusting each other and all kind of stuff. This kind of shit here is public enemy number one in helping us destroy ourselves. You cannot tell me we don't have a hatred for one another, and we shouldn't. It's fucked up. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. King Delight's thing tonight is at 7:30. I'll be on the show and we'll be talking about this exact subject. Take it easy.